Today I'm doing something I have never done before.
I'm so excited.
I'm planting my very first bare root roses. Now, this isn't going to be an instructional gardening video because I am very much still figuring this out as I go, but I love sharing the journey, even if I'm not a master gardener or a seasoned rosarian. So if you enjoy relaxing garden days, a little dirt under your fingernails, and planting something beautiful for the future, I'd love for you to join me as I plant David Austin's The Generous Gardener Climbing Roses in my garden. Actually pre-ordered these roses back in October of last year, and when you order out of season, David Austin waits to ship them until the time is right for planting in your specific zone. So I had no idea exactly when these would arrive, and then, to my complete surprise, they showed up on my doorstep on Valentine's Day, which was just so perfect. After opening bare root roses, it's recommended to soak their roots in water for at least 2 hours before planting them, but I did see one video that said you can soak them for up to 48 hours if you can't get them planted into the ground as soon as possible. Just be sure that the water stays fresh and not in direct sunlight or in freezing temperatures. So I actually had to let mine stay in water for 2 days before I could get to them. Okay, it is now a couple of days later, and I was really hoping for sunshine warmth today, but it's currently 63, which is not cold, but it's breezy. I don't know, it feels like it's in the 50s and no sun. I think that this classifies me as a fair weather gardener because I'm not loving being out here. I just want to be comfortable for every single second of my life. Is that too much to ask for? So I'm gonna get the roses in the ground today, but first, unfortunately, I gotta do a couple of other things. I don't like this. So I'm gonna take these sky pencil hollies out. So just for my own sake, I'm gonna tell you why I had the sky pencil hollies right here, because I know that it really doesn't look like it makes any sense, but in my head at the time it made sense. So let me show you what I was thinking. When I put these in last spring, what my plan was to have these two sky pencil hollies here, and then here in the middle on the white portion of the brick was to do a diamond pattern espalier with an evergreen vine. And I had this hedge row of big leaf hydrangeas here. These are the Big Daddy mop head hydrangeas. But sadly, I think that these hydrangeas aren't going to thrive here. They just get too much sun here. That's why I have these fence posts here, is because all summer long, I put a sun cloth or shade cloth over these hydrangeas. I leaned fence posts up against the wall and put the shade cloth on them so that they did not die. They still got scorched. I should just go ahead and take them out and put like a panicle hydrangea here instead. So anyway, that's why this is here. I still think it would have looked really amazing. I've now changed my mind and I really want the climbing roses all over this side of the house. I think it would be so beautiful. This part of the house is what faces the road, and it, as you can see, has no windows, no architectural, nothing. It's just a big blank wall that's parallel with the road, and it bothers me to pieces. I just want something to cover up this large expanse of brick. Now I've decided I want this entire expansive wall to be Generous Gardener Climbing Roses. How beautiful would that look? But to do that, we've got to find a new home for the hollies. We'll worry about moving the hydrangeas another day, but let's get the roses in the ground today. Look how happy he was. He was a happy guy. It always surprises me so much that it stays in the same shape. I've got a run of 20 feet here at the wall. I would like to space them every 4 feet, come in off the sides 4 feet, and then 4 foot between. That would equal them out. And that isn't gonna matter once they all get spread everywhere, but that would put this rose bush right here next to that. I don't really know how that's gonna work, but you have to have water. Water's gotta come from the spigot. What do? My husband is gonna be like, why did you plant that so close? And I'm gonna say, why did we put the water spigot right there? That's the real question. I don't know. Only thing I know to do is just do it and worry about it later. I watched a video of a man, and I'll link it below because I can't remember the gentleman's name, but from Heirloom Roses, plant his bare root roses. And so I'm trying to follow his directions as closely as possible. To amend the soil for roses, he likes to use the native soil, peat moss with no fertilizer added, worm castings, and bone meal along with compost. Problem is I couldn't find any peat moss with no fertilizer added. So I'm just gonna do the best that I can. I've got my cow manure, I've got worm castings, and bone meal. Oh, and I forgot. I also bought this peony. This is a Dr. Alexander Fleming peony. We'll plant this too. I don't know where to put it. That's my problem, is I never know where to put stuff. I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing or not. Oh, there's a worm. Hi, worm. You're doing a good job, bud. Wish there were more worms. Here are my options. And as a reminder, I've had these soaking for now 48 hours. So they were needing to get in the ground. Let's put this big daddy in first. All right, so we want to make them go towards house. Canes are, I can point it this way and they're all going towards the house, maybe? Okay. All right, so I thought my initial plan was gonna be mix all of my stuff up here in the wheelbarrow, but the wheelbarrow is full of my manure and the native soil. So I'm gonna put some of the manure and native soil mixture in the hole, and then I will add the bone meal and worm castings and just like mix it up in the hole. If this isn't right, those rosarians out there, I am sorry. Listen, if I'm being honest, I am scared of the comments from the gardeners who know what the heck they're doing. So I think it's important to remember that Kayla is trying. She's doing her best. She's doing something she's never done before, and everything is gonna be okay. I forgot my kneeling pad. Now, I don't have a single idea what bone meal does. Is this like actual crushed up bones? Whoa. Wow, look at that stuff. Look at worm castings, look amazing. Don't stink. Wow. If I was a rose, I would love this. Heck yeah. Wouldn't you love this if you were a rose? Looks delicious. Now that I'm getting so dirty, I think it's a great spot to talk about the sponsor of today's video. Thanks to Laundry Sauce for sponsoring today's video, and honestly, this partnership fits this moment perfectly. Since I'm out here planting bare root roses, it'll be months before I actually have a bloom to inhale. But in the meantime, at least I can enjoy Laundry Sauce's Egyptian rose fragrance on my clothes, sheets, and towels. I've been using their luxury scented pods, fabric softener, and dryer sheets for months now, and my laundry smells like fine perfume. It has a rich floral fragrance that actually lasts on my clothes, and I love how the scent subtly fills the surrounding rooms when the washer is going too. I also love how it turns an ordinary chore into a small everyday luxury, because laundry doesn't have to feel like a dreaded chore when you're doing something that smells this beautiful. And honestly, the packaging being this pretty is just a bonus. If you want to elevate your laundry experience, just scan the QR code here on the screen, or I have the link and my discount code in the description below. Try Laundry Sauce for yourself to enjoy that luxurious laundry day feeling. Beasley! No. Oh my gosh. Wow. No. No, no. Absolutely not. What are you doing? Everything I've read says they like to be buried fairly deeply, so here's like the top of that, whatever this is called. It's just down a little bit. Is that good? I think. Oh, little Rose, I hope you'll be so happy. Please be happy here. Please be happy here. I'm not doing it right now, but I am adding a wire trellis on this brick wall for the roses to climb onto as soon as I get some more time. So look for that video to come up very soon. I think this looks so much better already because with the two sky pencil hollies just they're that close to the house without the espalier done and without my entire vision together yet, it looked so silly. Every time I drove up and came up the driveway, it drove me nuts. Also, I know my neighbors probably, well, not all of them, but I know a few of my neighbors probably kept thinking, what is that girl doing? Why are those two things there? So I'm glad that they're out. We're not going to get to see the end of this project for quite a while. It's going to take a number of years before the roses actually get to cover this entire wall, but I think it's going to be great. And if not, what have we learned today? That plants can always move. It would be great not to move a climbing rose, but if it needs to be moved, I guess it can be. So TBD on what I'm going to do with these hydrangeas. I just don't know if I should give them another season or not. So in case this is your first time watching, by the way, my name is Kayla, and I'm so glad that you're still here. My channel is not exclusively about gardening. I'm mostly like interior projects, home improvement, DIY, home decorating, but I am getting into gardening and I will have more gardening videos. So if you're just here for gardening, you're going to hate it. If you're just here for interiors, you're also going to hate it. But I hope that you love both just as much as I do and that you will consider hitting the subscribe button. It would make me super happy. All right, grow little babies, grow. I'll be back with an update on them just as soon as I see any new growth.